Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy. If anybody is new and joining me here for the first time, thank you so much. My slogan is Believable Brown Beauty. That is just an explanation of the makeup I do on this channel. It does not mean you have to be brown to stay and participate. Like, comment and subscribe. Okay, on to today's video. I'm killing two birds with one stone. It's my friend's birthday today and I'm going out tonight, but I also have to film this video for tomorrow. And I thought, what am I going to do? I decided to do a get ready with me. So I'm just going to talk you through how I would do my makeup on a night out, which is a rare occasion for me. So I hope you guys pay attention and savor this because I don't know how many of these I'll be doing. I am very, very annoyed that I have like this whole spotty situation going on my forehead. I don't know what this is. Like four on my forehead. I never get spots, and then today I have that many. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to start with my primer today. So ordinarily, I don't really use primer on myself. But today, because it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm not going out until tonight, I'm doing everything I can to ensure that this stays on for as long as possible. So this is my Prep and Prime Pore Refining Stick from MAC. This is my favourite primer to use. And I'm just concentrating it like in the middle of my face because I kind of like my skin being shiny everywhere else, but I don't want it to be shiny here, especially by the sides of my nose and on my forehead. I got new nails. I feel like a brand new woman. I've had my hair done, had my nails done, had a pedicure. Yes, this is how I need to be all the time. Okay, so before I move on to foundation, I'm going to do my brows. And I'm using my NARS Brow Perfector pencil in the colour Lava. And I'm just going to brush up Strugglina and then my good eyebrow, and then fill these in lightly like normal. Oh yeah, that's a good brow. I actually tidied them up because they were a complete mess, and the shape, this is back to my normal eyebrow. They had really grown out. But you know, when you're waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're not really looking at yourself in that much detail. Okay, brows are on. Next, I'm taking my Illamasqua Brow Gel. And I do like this, but too much product comes out, especially on the end, and then it makes your brows kind of look a bit shiny because there's too much product there. So I've just taken some off and I'm going to brush my brows up and into place. And then I'm going to move on to concealer. I can hear Amanda and my husband trying to be quiet. Okay, so I'm using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Amande. I'm going to pop that all over my eyelid as well. And just to get rid of the dark spots. And then let's go and carve out these brows, because today is a day when that's going to be necessary. So let's go to my little brush bag. Hold on, let's find my brush. And I'm just using a flat synthetic brush from MAC to give me some more shape. Now, I always start my brow highlight here. I never get when people put highlight the whole way across. To me, it kind of defeats the purpose. You want it to open up this part of your eye, so you do this section. If you do it from here, you're just making everything highlighted and it kind of doesn't work. Well, I don't think it works the same. So that's why I always start my brow highlight from like maybe 2/3 along. And it's not to say that I don't carry any this way, but it's just never ever as strong as it is from here. Now my concealer looks really light because when I was working in May, I think that was summer basically in England, and I sat outside quite a lot in the sun and my skin has got considerably darker. So my highlight looks really bright. Yeah, that's good. Let's do the second one. And this is just my foundation, which is the Makeup Forever HD foundation in Y505. I think that looks more natural. It's not as bright. Yeah, I prefer that. Then I'm taking this Zoeva concealer buffer and I'm going to buff in the concealer. Now, I'm wearing a black dress today. Initially, I had decided, I found this burgundy dress and I really loved it. And then my friend, who I also really love, said that she doesn't want anyone wearing red. It's her 40th birthday, I get that. That's like, it's her special thing. And I was like, oh, maybe my dress is too red. And then I was like, okay, my dress is fine. I won't do anything else red. And then I went and got my nails done and I picked this color because I feel like I look the nicest in red when I'm going out. So I'm gonna wear my black dress. I don't want to upstage the bride, even though it's not a wedding, but do you know what I mean? Like I want to stick to the rules. I was going to do a red lip, but I'm also doing my friend's makeup today, and I think I'm going to do a red lip on her because her outfit is red. It's so gorgeous. So I was just like, just don't do any more red. The nails are enough. No more red. Let's move on to foundation. Yeah. So like I said, I'm using my Makeup Forever HD foundation in Y505, and I'm going to take, what's this? An Expert face brush. I haven't used one of these for a while. And just pop on my foundation. Then I'm taking my Bobbi Brown Chestnut stick in number 9. This is a bit warmer. And I think I'm going to wear a nude lipstick today. So I just want to make sure that my skin is perfected. And this is just like the right amount of red to mix into my foundation. It's too much makeup on my nose. Okay. What are we going to do about these spots on the forehead? Jeez. Let's just do a tiny bit of chestnut here. Buff that over the top. And then I'm going to contour today. So I'm taking my Cool Espresso Bobbi Brown stick. And I'm just going to do a tiny bit of contour with this. Forehead. Ow, and these spots are really painful. So I don't know if it's because I started to drink a lot of water. Let me tell you what's happening in my life. I've decided that I need to get rid of the spare tire around my stomach. And everyone looks at me and thinks I'm super slim. No, I just have slim arms and slim legs, but my midsection is a different story altogether. So I have decided to start doing intermittent fasting. So that's basically where you don't eat for a certain number of hours in a day. So my window is from 10:30 in the morning until 6:30 in the evening. And then anything before or after those times I don't eat. So to combat that insane hunger, because I didn't realize how much I was a grazer, I just kind of ate all day continually, I have started to drink more water. And I don't know if it's because I drank more water that I've got this cluster of spots on my forehead, like it's purging all the toxins or whatever out of my body. So I'm just having to deal with that. And some of you are going to watch this and be like, oh my God, what's she moaning about? But I think it's because I don't get spots. Like I don't get spots. So for me, this is quite something. So I'm just using some of the Cool Espresso foundation just on that area to see if I can make them look a bit smaller by making them darker than the rest of my face. That'll do. Anyway, next we're going to move on to eyes. And I am going to be using this today. This is my Fenty Stunna lip paint in Unveil. It's the brown version. I'm going to use this as my eyeshadow. I really, really love these paints, or these lip paints, sorry, as eyeshadows. They are so beautiful. I'm taking an essential crease brush from Real Techniques and I'm just going to buff this all over. So I've decided that I want to do like quite a nude lid with liner and a smoky eye. Bloody hell, what am I talking about today? let's start that again. Let's start that again. I am doing a nude lid with like really winged liner. I think my eyelid's going to be glossy as well, because who am I without gloss? And just something a bit unusual. So, well, not unusual, but for me, I like to, sometimes when I'm doing my eye makeup, especially liner, I like to make my eyes look flatter, like this way, more winged out. So I'm going to show you a little trick today in how you can help figure that all out. I'm buffing this quite high and pulling it out. I'm going to start on the lower lash line, and I'm going to take a powder and a little brush. So let's use this Louise Young LY16 brush. I've had to trim it a little bit because it got completely messed up on that side, but I'm going to use that to kind of trace my lower lash line. Now, so when I wear winged liner, there's two ways that you can do this. You can use your lower lash line as the guide, blend, 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 or you can use your actual inner waterline. And I find like I want to do a bit of a sultry liner, so that for me entails using my lower lash line. I'm going to go into my NARS Skin Deep palette. I'm like a broken record, but I like all the same things. So yeah, now I'm going to use this colour here and this colour. Yes, it was the right way to go. This colour here. And I'm going to kind of trace my liner line at the bottom. Now the thing is with me, I have to be really careful how I do this, because if I take this too far, like if this angle is wrong and it's too low, it makes my liner finish way out there, and I don't want that to happen. So I find that if I use a shadow and kind of just trace my shape in first, it makes it much easier for me when I'm doing the wing. I think I want it to be about there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then I can do the same on this side as well. Is that even? No, I think that this one is a bit higher, so I'm going to just use my finger and smudge out the end and make it a little lower. Now that one's too low. Case in point, this is why I trace it with shadow first. Yeah, that looks good. I have a new makeup product. Hold on one second. Oh, where's my bag? I have to hide everything because Amanda just doesn't stop touching my stuff. So if you follow me on Instagram stories, you'll know that I've been to Selfridges today, and I went to see this new brand. Well, it's relatively new, called Uoma, I think you pronounce it, U-O-M-A. And there were some things that I was kind of interested in there, but not anything that I really, really wanted to buy, except for this. And this is called the Cleopatra Ink Blackety Black Yarn Liner. I'm going to pause it here because I feel like it's going to cut me off in a minute. So let me just start this again. Now, I don't like felt tip liners. They always look amazing. Like I had one from Fenty Beauty, and yeah, when you first use it, it's incredible. But then when the end of the nib gets dry, you can never ever revive it. You can't flick it enough for it to give you that really thin liner. But this beauty today, I picked this up today, it's £16, and it's actually, I'll show you, it's actually hairs, like a paintbrush. So I'm going to use this as my liner today. Here we go. That is a good pen. Really good. And I'm using it on the lower part of my eye as well, a little bit. Yeah, I can't go too low because my eyes are so round down here. As soon as I carry this liner any further along this way, it's going to distort the shape. So I'm going to stop there. Maybe just tweak this top a little bit. Oh my god, this pen is a dream. So good. And then I'm going to go back to that same brush that I used for my concealer, like underneath my brow, and I'm going to use that just to sharpen up the edge of this liner and kind of erase my tracing that I did with those shadows. Look how sharp that liner is. So good. So good. Right, let's do the second eye. This is the tricky bit. Tricky bit? Tricky bit. Let's get this one on as well. And also it's my right eye, so I should have done this one first. Please, Jesus, help me today to get this eyeliner on properly. And then I'm going to go uber thin on the inside. Such a great liner. I'm really, really impressed. And it's not too expensive, £16. I don't think that's too much. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Looks really good. Okay. Now I'm just going to fill in these little gaps on the side here. Little. And just straighten that line a bit more. Yeah, that's better. Yes, it's going good. Okay. Then I'm just going to take my same brush again and just neaten up the edge of this liner here and here. So now I'm going to go back to that LY16 brush, the Louise Young one, and I'm going to go back into that darker coffee colour. No, this side here. That one. And just smudge this liner in. There. Then I'm going to take my Maybelline Lasting Gel Drama Liner, and this is a Louise Young LY23, and I like to use gel liner in the waterline sometimes because it stays really long. And like I said, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I'm pulling out all the tricks basically to make sure that this stays on well until well into the night. Yeah, perfect. So let me go back to that liner from Oma. The reason why I like it so much is because on me, a lot of the time when I buy liquid gel, like liquid liners, sorry, that say that they're black, they're not black on me. They look black on white skin or pale skin, Asian girls, mixed race girls, put it on me and it just looks like charcoal, like it doesn't look black. This is a really black liner. Oh, is it because of my NARS palette? Why is it? Why are you going loco, Foco? Focus. That's the gel inside the eye as well. I like it. It's coming out good, guys. I'm happy. I'm going to go back and do a bit more concealer and just brighten up here. And I think I might do some down here today. Maybe a bit here. But I'm going to stop. Go back to my concealer brush and just buff this in here. And then I think I'm going to use my foundation brush, the Expert Face brush here, and just blend that in. And make sure that the edges are nice and blended on everything else. Okay, so this is where we are so far. Now I'm going to move into highlights. And I'm going to use my Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops in the colour Candlelight and just pop a little bit of a gold highlight on here. Back to my foundation brush. And, oh yes. I'm going to clean off the brush and then just work this in a bit more. Yeah, such a good highlighter, so good. Right, and let's do this side as well. And then I may even take it back to 2008 and I'm going to put this on my brow bone. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used for my brow highlight, and I'm just going to sneak a little bit of this highlight in here. Just a little bit. Man, I looked at some pictures of when I used to work at MAC in the beginning, and Lord Jesus, there's hope for us all. I used to use, do you know what woodwinked eyeshadow looks like? I used to use woodwinked eyeshadow as my brow highlight. It's so bright. But this, I think this is cool. And I would go in as well, like 239, and just trowel that on underneath my brow. Okay, that's good. Now, I feel like I want to blend this colour up in here a bit more. So I'm just going to take the brush that I used to blend my Fenty Beauty Summer Lip Paint and just make it a little darker in here. So with my eyes, there are two things. There's something else I'm definitely going to do, but I want to put like a gold highlight in here and possibly gloss on my lid. I'm not sure about that yet, so I'm going to move on to my lip and then come back. Like once my lip's on and my blush is on, I can have a better idea of how everything's going to look together. So lips are going to be new today. Do not despair, there will not be 2 lips in this video today. Mama does not have time. I'm going to take my Cork lip pencil from MAC and just line my lips. Well, not really line my lips. I kind of use it as a little bit of a lip colour. It's pretty much the same colour as my skin. So I like to do that. And then I'm taking Costa Riche, which is an eye pencil, but we all know this is my favourite brown lip pencil at the moment. Then I'm taking my Hourglass Nude No. 6 lipstick. And I'm just going to pop this on top. See? It's really pretty. Really nice. Okay. Let's get some blush on. Let's see how we feel with some blush. I'm taking some Torrid from NARS, Torrid Liquid Blush. And I'm also going to take my Fenty Stunna Lip Paint in Unveil. So the same one that I put on my eyelid. I've worn this colour as a blush before on its own and it is gorgeous. So I'm going to mix them together and see how that looks. Same brush. Oh my God, it's a caramel dream. God, I love it. I love this combination. So what? It's taken me half an hour to get this far. My makeup, like, is just going on so easily today. Yeah, I like that a lot. Okay, so now, yeah, let's do what I was going to do. I'm going to go back to my Skin Deep palette and I'm going to take, I think, a combination of these two. So let's get my fingers in the right place. These two shadows and use those as my inner corner highlight. Then I'm going to use the same brush and go into this chocolate colour down here, so this one in the corner, and I'm going to pop that just in the centre on my eyelid. Now, it doesn't do enough, okay, that's fine. So I'm going to layer it up a little bit. I'm going to use a tiny bit of, I think this one, that one there. Yeah, I just want the centre of the eye to pop a little bit more. Yeah, perfect. And then I want gloss on my eye today. So I'm taking my MAC clear lip gloss, and I'm not going to have lots of it. I'm going to clean off that brush a little bit and take some gloss, and I'm going to pop it just in the same place. Oh, why has it gone darker? That's weird. I'm going to go back with a clean finger into my shadow and just pop that over the top again. See, it went really dark there. That's odd. Maybe it's just because it was the gloss over the shadow. So I'm going to try my finger on the other eye and see if that makes any difference. No. It's because of that first shadow that I put down. It's gone quite dark with the gloss over it, but that's fine. It wasn't the brush, which is good. Just going to use my finger again. Whoa, too much. Oh, let's just blend that in a bit more. There, you can see I haven't gone like full on gloss, but it's kind of like a vinyl eye. I like that as well. Okay, so now let's do my mascara. And today I'm just going to use my Hourglass Caution Mascara on its own. I think I'm going to do something else. Don't think I've ever shown that on my channel before, but I'm going to mix, because you know I'm the multitasking queen, I'm going to mix these two shadows here. So these two. And I'm going to use them to lighten my brows a little bit. So I'm going to go with the darker one first on its own and see what that does. Not really anything. And then let's take this one over the top as well. Yeah, bingo. Can you see what's that? Can you see what that's done? It's just made it a little bit lighter. She might put a bit of copper in it as well. I love this. I love doing this. It's a way of kind of taking the focus off the brow and making the eye stronger without having to do anything to it. Okay, so now I just need to set. So I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep. But actually, pause a second. I'm going to get my dark mineralized skin finish for under my eyes. So the reason why I'm using this particular powder is because I don't want to lose like the glowiness or the radiance projecting out from underneath my eye. And if I use a matte powder, it might kill that a little bit more than I want. So what I'm going to do is go back to my original concealer brush, make sure everything is creaseless, and then just set it with my mineralized powder here. And do the same on the other eye, so just blend in, make sure there's no creasing, and then go in with this powder just here. Yeah, it makes it look brighter. I like that. Then I'm going to go into my Laura Mercier powder in medium deep, and I'm just going to press this on the side of my nose. I was actually given this powder by someone that I was working on a film set. She had bought it for herself and it was the wrong colour, and she knew that I did YouTube. Hey man, if you're watching. And she was like, you can have it as a gift. And I thought, wow, that's so sweet. So yeah, thank you, because it is perfect for me. So the last thing I'm going to do are my dots underneath my eyes. I don't know why, but I've become like a little bit obsessed with having two little dots underneath my eyes, and so I got it done on my nails as well. Is it going to focus? Yeah, I just like these little black dots. So that's what I'm going to do underneath my eye. And somebody sent me a message on Instagram and they said they wanted to see me do it as a video. And I've done it as a live, or yeah, I think I've done it as a live already. But I thought it would be a good idea to put it in this video. I like it because it just makes, like, it's so weird. It's so simple to do. People always comment on it. That's not the reason why I do it, but it makes you look like you're, I don't know, like you've tried so much with your makeup. It is the simplest little, tiny little detail to add to your makeup. So I'll show you how I do mine. So I always use the Point Black Liquid Lash Liner from MAC. I never use a regular liner for this job because this part of your eye moves a lot. And if you're like me and you smile and talk a lot, when I smile, my eyes move loads. So if I were to use a regular pencil or gel liner, it doesn't stay. This bad boy is waterproof. So I'll show you how I do that. I literally just look straight into a mirror. I tip my head down like this, and I use my pupil as my guide. So I literally just follow that line down and pop a little dot there. See? So simple, but it looks really cool. Let's do the second eye. Now the trick is you have to look straight into the mirror. Yeah, bingo. If you move your eyes around, your dots will be off center. So as long as you look straight into the mirror and use your pupil as your guide, you'll always get it in the right place. So I think there were two things that I shared today that were kind of interesting, which was lightening the brow with shadow and my little dots to match my nails. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please, oh no, what's the thing that I say? If you liked it, thumbs up. If you loved it, subscribe. I got that from some other guy. I wish I could remember who it was so I could credit his video, but it was like a tech video about cameras or something. But yeah, don't forget to share and comment. Like, comment. Oh, and hit the notification bell so you know when my videos go up. And that's pretty much it. Take care, and I'll see you on next week's video. Bye.